This is the last known image of a man who would be dead in less than an hour from when it was taken. Hello, true crimerers. This is the case of Michael Hunter. Viewer discretion is advised. February 24th, 1992 at 8:33 p.m. A man is seen driving on a motorcycle who is going around back and forth very erratically. He is swerving right and left. He finally pulls into a gas station where he collapses. This is a recreation, but an ambulance is called. The paramedics work on this man who has just collapsed off his motorcycle. There is no blood anywhere. Not on him, not on the motorcycle, not on the ground. There was no apparent injuries seen. But unfortunately, the man would be pronounced dead. That man was 30-year-old Michael Hunter. They would later find out he died from 3 gunshot wounds. One in his abdomen, one that pierced through his aorta, and one into one of his kneecaps. The entry wounds of the shots were so tiny that no one could actually see them. Michael lived in Emeryville, which is near the San Francisco area in California. He was a motorcycle enthusiast, but he also competed in motorcycle races. He was very, very good. But sometimes these competitions could be dangerous. But Michael loved the danger aspect. He didn't have any enemies, no jilted ex-lovers. He wasn't involved in any kind of illegal dealings like with drugs or anything. Police are able to retrace his steps that night. They find out that he leaves his house sometime around 7:45 p.m. Just a few minutes later, he is spotted at an ATM withdrawing $20 in cash. This is the actual image taken from that ATM. He does not appear to be in any kind of distress or danger. There doesn't appear to be any person standing behind him or near him. However, in one image, and I noticed that they didn't mention this on the Unsolved Mysteries episode, there is a shot where he is kind of like, you can see he's peering over his shoulder, and that does not look like a motorcycle to me. That looks like an actual car. You can see the outline of it with the headlights and the tire there that's parked just behind him. The Unsolved Mysteries episode said that they didn't see anything suspicious by him in this ATM footage. But less than an hour later, Michael Hunter, after this image, is going to be dead. I'm just curious as to who is in this car. Now, he wasn't accosted or anything at the ATM, and the reason why they know that is because he then went to a liquor store where he purchased a small bottle of whiskey, which was later found in his jacket pocket, completely unopened. Is it possible that whoever this car is followed him? It's just speculation. After the liquor store, police have absolutely no idea where he went. They think he may have gone to an overlook which looks over the Bay Bridge. I guess this is somewhere he would go often just to look out at the bay. And this is only speculation on the police's end because they have absolutely no idea. But they think he may have gone here and possibly somebody approached him trying to rob him or maybe even steal his motorcycle. But Michael was not someone who would ever give up his motorcycle. It was his baby, his prized possession. So did the person who maybe potentially tried to rob him get mad that he wouldn't give it up and then threatened him? And then Michael drove off and the guy fired a couple shots at him? Maybe. However, they didn't find any evidence of the crime at this area. They didn't find any blood or signs of a struggle or altercation there. They also think, well, maybe what if Michael had gone to this area or somewhere near it and saw something he wasn't supposed to see? Maybe Michael was killed because he witnessed a crime taking place, that he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Again, it's really just speculation. They didn't notice anything being stolen off of him, like money, his wallet or anything. It was all still there. The gas station was several miles away from where that lookout was. So how long was he on the motorcycle with those 3 gunshot wounds? How far did he travel? They don't know. There was one other thing that they found in their investigation. Roughly a year prior, Michael allegedly left a bar or a nightclub or something, and he was kind of intoxicated, and he accidentally sideswiped a couple of cars with his motorcycle. Well, when Michael did that, there were a couple people who came out of the bar, and it was revealed that the people who owned those cars were local gang members. And then, this is just allegedly, a few days before his murder, he was at a car dealership getting his motorcycle serviced, when allegedly a person walks into the dealership, a person who was supposedly a part of this local gang, that walked in and actually saw Michael Hunter there and said, quote, "Oh shit, that's the guy," end quote. And then the guy took off. So the theory is they recognized him from the incident that took place a year prior, and then I guess followed him around? I don't know. Police did look into this, but they didn't really get anywhere with it. No evidence, no witness statements or testimony, and to this very day, his case is still unsolved. Nobody knows who shot and killed 30-year-old Michael Hunter. But somebody somewhere out there has to know the truth, and perhaps that someone is you. If you have information about the murder of Michael Hunter, please contact the Emeryville Police Department in California at 510-596-3700. Help bring his killer or killers to justice.